This Mercedes-Benz tipper is in the colours of Reinert Logistics, which is based just outside Berlin in Germany. The company was founded just over 20 years ago when the owner was only 19, and it now has a fleet of around 500 trucks. As with many of NZG's truck models, it comes in a box with a window so you can see what's inside, although there's no information on the box about the real truck. When you get it out, you see that the model is held in place by a clear plastic former, and that can just be opened up and taken off, and the model rests inside a nice smooth textured interior. There's no assembly instructions for the model because it's fully complete when you take it out of the box. The chassis is quite well detailed with all of the suspension and transmission components modelled in metal, and the only compromise is on the steering, which has been modelled for functionality rather than accuracy. The wheels NZG uses are good looking and smart, and you can clearly see the wheel nut details. However, the tyre design is the same on the front and rear axles. The Mercedes-Benz cab looks very good with smart mirrors, lights with lenses and a realistic number plate. There are some very small graphics, including a tiny badge above the Reinert name. And the side of the cab has got some more good graphics, including some tiny ones, and there's a fleet number also. Looking behind the cab, the exhaust and other equipment is plastic, but at least that means it's quite detailed. The truck chassis is modelled reasonably well, and the wheel arches are metal with a non-slip surface. The details at the back of the truck look good because there's a towing hitch, some good lights and a number plate. The miler tipper body is metal and well decorated, and the side opening mechanism has been detailed within the casting, but it's not functional. The interior of the tipper is smooth, and the tailgate is particularly good with its graphics. It's time to test the truck out on a test track, and it rolls pretty well in a straight line as you'd expect. Closer examination of the wheels shows there's no suspension modelled, and the rear wheels are all fixed to common axles so they spin together. The steering is functional, although it was stiff on the review model, but you can set it to a very good angle so it realistically turns around a corner. The other working feature on the model is the tipper body itself, which is controlled by a single hydraulic ram. And of course it's always good to see a ram that's stiff enough to be post thrusting. At the back of the tipper, the tailgate opens and closes easily, but it's not what you would call a free swinger. This is another good looking tipper truck model from NZG, and it's made particularly smart by the Reinert Logistics colour scheme. There's enough details at a reasonable price, although a few more functions would have been good. However, overall, it's an easy model to recommend.